All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to dive deep into the Windows Settings app and give your PC a serious performance boost. These are simple, easy tweaks that work on both Windows 10 and 11, and trust me, they'll make your machine feel way faster and a lot more responsive. So let's get started. So, is your PC just feeling sluggish, cluttered, slow, apps taking forever to open? We've all been there. You just know it could be faster. Well, good news. Today is the day we fix that. We're going to cut right through all the junk and tweak the settings that actually make a real difference.
Okay, here's the game plan. We'll hit System Settings first, then move on to Personalization, Apps and Gaming, and Privacy. We'll wrap up with the most important effects and updates, and then a quick summary of everything. Let's do this.
First up, System Settings. Think of this as the engine room of your PC. Getting these core settings dialed in is absolutely the foundation for a faster experience.
Okay, first up, your display. You're going to want to go to Settings, then System, Display, and finally Advanced Display. Now, here's the action. Find your refresh rate and crank it up to the highest number you see. The impact? Oh, it's huge. Everything on your screen will just feel incredibly smooth. Now, fair warning, on a laptop, this might use a little more battery, but on a desktop, it's a no-brainer. And while you're there, if you're not using HDR, just turn it off. It'll free up a little bit of GPU power for other things. All right, next up, let's tackle multitasking. This one's a little different depending on your version of Windows. So for Windows 10 users, you'll go to Settings, System, Multitasking, and you're going to turn off Timeline. Basically, this stops Windows from keeping a log of everything you do, which, saves resources. Now for you Windows 11 folks, same location, but you're going to turn off the suggestions under Snap Windows. This just stops Windows from trying to be too smart and guessing what you want to do, which actually frees up resources and makes things feel snappier. Okay, on to personalization. Our goal here is what I like to call a visual debloat. We're going to get rid of all the pretty, flashy stuff that secretly eats up your system's performance. All right, these next two are some of the easiest, quickest wins you're going to get. First, head over to Personalization Background. See that slideshow option? Avoid it. Seriously, it's always using resources to cycle images. Just pick a solid color or a single picture. Done. Next, go into Personalization Colors and turn transparency effects off. I know that glassy, see-through look is kind of cool, but it's a constant drag on your GPU. Turning it off is literally a free performance boost. Okay, get ready. We're about to tackle one of the single biggest resource hogs that Microsoft has built into Windows. Getting this next one right is a total game changer for how responsive your whole system feels. So let's clean up all that junk on the taskbar. For you Windows 10 users, it's super easy. Just right-click on your taskbar and turn off News and Interests, Meet Now, and People. Just uncheck them. Now, if you're on Windows 11, you'll head to Personalization, Taskbar, and turn off Widgets and Chat. And let me tell you, that Widgets panel is a massive resource drain. The impact here is huge. You're stopping all these things from constantly running and pulling data in the background. You'll feel the difference.
All right, let's talk apps and gaming. This section is all about taking that control, deciding what gets to run on your machine and when. Okay, this one is a classic for a reason. It's so important. Go to Settings, Apps, Startup. You'll see a list of every single program that wants to launch the moment you log in. Your job? Be ruthless. Go down that list and toggle off anything you don't need the second your computer starts. Leave your antivirus, maybe a key driver, but everything else, turn it off. The impact is a way faster boot time and a ton of free RAM from the get-go. Okay, this is a fun one because the process is totally different. So on Windows 10, you get this amazing, beautiful master switch. You just go to Settings, Privacy, Background Apps, and flip one switch to Off. Boom, you're done. A single click stops everything. Now, Windows 11 decided to make it a bit more of a chore. You have to go to Settings, Apps, Installed Apps, and for every single app, you click the three dots, go to Advanced Options, and change the background permission to Never. It's tedious, for sure, but the impact is exactly the same. You're stopping all these apps from secretly draining your battery and resources. All right, gamers, listen up. The Xbox Game Bar. It's that overlay for capturing clips, chatting, all that stuff. You can find it in Settings, Gaming, Xbox Game Bar. And the action here is super simple. If you don't use it, just turn it off. The impact can be pretty significant. Disabling it stops a process from running in the background, which can lead to more stable games and even a few extra frames per second. It's a free win. Next up, privacy and security. Now, you might not immediately think of privacy as a performance setting, but oh, it absolutely is. Every little thing that's tracking you or collecting data is another process running in the background, eating up resources. So let's lock it down. Okay, so head to Settings, Privacy, and Security, and look for the Windows Permissions section. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go into every single category here, general, speech, you name it, and just turn everything off. The impact is a double whammy. You seriously boost your privacy and you cut down on all that background processing, which makes your system more responsive. Now, let's talk app permissions, still in privacy and security. You really need to ask yourself, does my calculator app really need access to my location? No, it doesn't. So your action is to go through this entire list, location, radios, app diagnostics, all of it, and just be ruthless. If an app doesn't need a permission, turn it off. The impact is simple: less background activity, less data being shared, and a more secure, faster system. All right, we're in the home stretch now. And let me tell you, these last couple of tweaks have a massive impact on how fast your PC actually feels to use. Listen, if you only do one single thing from this entire guide, make it this one. I'm serious. Go to Settings, Accessibility, Visual Effects. Then turn off both transparency effects and animation effects. The impact is immediate. Windows and menus will stop gracefully fading in and just pop. They'll be instant. It makes the entire operating system feel light years faster. This is probably the biggest boost you'll feel. Okay, here's a sneaky one that most people have no idea is even turned on. You need to go to Settings, Windows Update, Advanced Options, and then find Delivery Optimization. So, what is it? Well, it basically lets Microsoft use your PC and your internet bandwidth to send Windows updates to other computers on the internet. Yeah, really. The action is simple. Turn off allowed downloads from other PCs. The impact? You get your full internet bandwidth back, and you shut down another unnecessary background service. Phew, okay, that was a lot. So let's wrap this up with a high-impact summary. This is your checklist of the most crucial settings for getting the maximum performance. Okay, let's run through the checklist. Part 1. Disable nearby sharing. Use a solid color or picture for your background. No slideshows. Turn off the taskbar junk, widgets, chat, news and interests. All of it. Uninstall apps you don't actually use. Tame your startup apps list. And if you're not a gamer who uses it, turn off the Xbox game bar. And part 2 of the checklist, this is huge. Turn off the visual effects and accessibility. Go through and lock down all your privacy permissions, both for Windows and for your apps. Turn off delivery optimization to get your bandwidth back. Stop apps from running in the background. And for you Windows 11 users, turn off dynamic lighting and personalization. Do all this and your PC will feel like a brand new machine. And that's it. You've just created a cleaner, way faster, and much more private Windows experience. You've officially taken back control from the defaults. So really, the only question left is, now that your PC is properly optimized, what are you going to do with all that extra speed?